Hey guys, what is going on, and welcome back to another Ghost of Tsushima video. Today we are going over Nightmare Story week 12. Like I said, the last rotation they had this specific level. Granted, it is a little bit different this time around. This is probably one of the most difficult Nightmare Story missions that there is out there, considering these ghosts that you deal with. Yeah, they're kind of a pain in the butt, but there is a way to make it not so difficult, right? So that's what I'm going to go over today, guys. Some tips and tricks for you in order to easily complete Nightmare Story week 12. And let's get into it. If you do like the video, please be sure to leave a like down below. If there's anything that you do or something I may have missed that you have kind of in your pocket, maybe throw it in the comments below and help out everybody. You know what I'm saying? But if you want to subscribe, guys, please be sure to subscribe. And if not, it's all good. We love y'all anyway. Anyways, guys, I hope you enjoy. We'll catch you on the next one. Peace. Hey guys, what is going on, and welcome back. We are doing Nightmare Survival Story week 12. And for this week's modification, guys, we have Burning Blades. Basically means that anytime an enemy is attacking you, their blades will catch you on fire, whether it shows the animation or not. Basically, anything they have will catch you on fire. So try not to get hit. So first things first, guys, you want to grab this bow right here because they do have attunements. So if you guys have done the Curse of Uchitsune, you know about the bow and the spirit bow that you need to pick up. So make sure that's the first thing you and your partner pick up, so you can take these attunements off these guys. Next thing you want to do is go for that fire spirit you guys just saw me kill right there. And I mean, last thing you want to do is be dealing with the fire spirits while you're fighting, right? So make sure you take that out. And so right here for the first camp, guys, you guys don't have to kill everyone. I mean, we aggroed the camp and I like to kill the camp just for fun. But if you're trying to like speed run and all that stuff, like technically all you have to do is go to the ship and kill the guys on the ship, because that's all the objective is asking for, is to kill the guys that are on the ship and retake it. So keep that in mind. If you're trying to do like a little speed run, you don't have to kill the camp. As for the first area, guys, it's pretty straightforward, right? Use your bow, take off the attunements for the guys that have the attunements, and remember that you and your partner, if you guys both shoot the same guy, it'll take the attunement off. And or if you shoot your attunement and it ricochets to another person, as if you're a hunter and you have the skipping stone bow, then it'll take the attunement off both of them. It's actually kind of crazy. But yeah, other than that, this area is, you know, pretty straightforward. So yeah, let's get into the scroll location for this area. As for chapter 1, guys, I have never seen a Oni treasure here, but if you guys have, definitely let me know. But the scroll is going to be right here in this tent in the little first camp area.
With the Mongol crew defeated, the ghosts set sail down the coast.
All right, guys, so here we are in chapter 2, and so for the first section of chapter 2, there are no attuned enemies, so you don't have to worry about getting the bow just yet. First thing I would say, guys, is to try to get the first strike without being, you know, without like aggroing the camp. So there's plenty of high ground here. So whether it's jumping off, getting an assassination, or getting a critical strike, or shooting an explosive arrow, or even just bombarding them with bombs, you know, if you're a Ronin, like, do what you can to kill off at least 1 or 2 enemies right off the bat. This will allow you guys to kill everything a lot faster. There's plenty of high ground, like I said, so be sure to utilize that. And this area, guys, is a boat, right? We're in a boat, so you understand that it's close quarters and everything is, you know, it's difficult to move around. So I would say always be moving and make sure that, you know, you're not getting caught in a corner. Be aware of your environment and all that good stuff, guys. It's super important. After you kill everything off here and your partner goes to destroy the totem, what you want to do is immediately start running back, because what this will do is it'll reduce the time and or completely just mitigate having to deal with the fire spirits, because the second you destroy the totem, the fire spirits start shooting at you from the second boat. So the sooner one of you guys gets back to this little section right here, then the sooner you guys can actually stop dealing with the fire spirits. And when you do get to this section, as you just saw, you want to grab the spirit bow, because they do have attuned ghosts here. And yeah, you can have fun with these guys. They're kind of a pain to deal with, but you get used to it the more you run it. And as long as you and your partner are working together to kill these guys off, it really shouldn't be that bad. So grab that spirit bow and yeah, make sure you guys work together. So from there, let's get into the scroll and chest location for chapter 2. All right, guys, for chapter 2, both the scroll and the chest are located on the second section. First, the scroll is right here where you see my Ronin run in under the kind of where the crew quarters are at. And as for the Oni treasure, it's going to be just on top of that where I've seen it spawn at. It's going to be right up on top and typically right about here. So as for the Oni treasure, guys, you are going to get an Oni archer, a regular archer, and 2 dogs. And so that's going to be basically the drop for every Oni treasure. All right, guys, so here we are in chapter 3, and as you saw, we did grab the curse, and for this specific chapter, guys, the curse is 50% health, and it's actually really difficult, but if you guys stick together and work together, it could be done, as you see here. First thing you want to do with this first little camp is you want to kill the fire spirit. With any situation, you kill the fire spirit off and you don't have to worry about getting bombarded while you're trying to fight. And that's for this little section. I would try to kill this Ronin first, just because Ronin are really difficult to fight. And you know, obviously pay attention to the dogs, because as you can see, we have half health, guys, and it is really easy to get downed with these guys. So pay attention to your health and the environment. As for this third section, so there is some good news. There is no attuned enemy, so you don't have to worry about that. However, as you can see here, there are disciples of Io in each boat. So for the Mongols, for the Ronin, and for the bandits. And you want to make sure that before you even start attacking anybody, you kill off the disciple of Io, because you don't want them being healed while you are trying to kill them. Okay, so as you can see right here, we thought we killed her off, and if you see that red flame over their head, they are still being healed. So we did a lot of damage on this big Oni guy, and as you can see, he just keeps getting healed because it took us a minute to realize that we didn't kill her off completely, because sometimes if you do damage, they do teleport to a different section and they can heal from there. So kind of keep track of the disciple as best as you can. Once you kill off the disciple, guys, and you're fighting these ghosts, probably my biggest pointer would be to make sure that you're utilizing massive AoE damage. Like for me, I have the explosive arrow. If you have sticky bombs, right, anything that can catch them on fire, it really helps, because it keeps them basically indicated so you know where they're at all times. You can also mark them, right? That'll keep an outline. And the lanterns as well, you want to use them to your advantage so you always know where the enemies are at. Because that will definitely help you, because I'm telling you, when you think you've cleared the area, you probably didn't. Unless the little green check mark goes up on the top left showing that you've cleared it. Always keep an eye out for the spirits, because they are so invisible, and wow, it becomes really difficult. As you see me getting high ground here, guys, you always want to make sure to assassinate and or get a critical strike as your first strike without aggroing. You know, I know it's not always feasible, but it does help you clear out, you know, the little extra guys as much as possible. And just like in the rest of the map, make sure you remember that this is close quarters combat, so you don't want to get stuck in corners. You know, use your hooks, use your ladders, run around the map and kite the enemies around as much as possible if you need to. That'll be your best friend. And as you can see, we're coming up here on the Ronin ship, and the Ronin ship is probably the most difficult, because the Ronin they're swordsmen, and they are very difficult to fight if you don't completely nuke them and take them out as soon as possible. If you try to get in a sword fight with one of these guys, especially being at 50% health, it's almost always gonna not go good for you, because there will be about like 2 or 3 of them that'll always be right next to each other. So you want to make sure that you either use the lantern or catch them on fire in a certain area and go from there, because they are difficult to fight. All right, guys, so before we get into the last fight with Sukubater, let's check out the scroll and Oni treasure locations. All right, guys, so as for scroll location number 1, it will be right when you start chapter 3. If you turn right around, you can typically find it right here, right behind you, where you saw me just grab it. And the second location will be here in the bandit ship, right around this specific area. You might have saw me grab it earlier in the gameplay that I have running. However, this is where you find it. So those are the 2 locations. And as for the Oni treasure, the first location will be at that first little camp before you get to the area where the boats are, down here by the beach. And then the second area will be after you've cleared the Ronin ship of ghosts. It'll be here in the back of the ship. Once you come up the ladder, it'll be typically right about there. So if you haven't found it, that's where they're at. All right, guys, so here we are about to prepare for the fight for Sukubater. The first thing I would say is get high ground. You're gonna have 2 waves. Basically, once you kill him, he will come back as a ghost. So what you want to do is make sure you get the high ground. As a hunter, it's super good to get, you know, high ground and use your explosive arrow, and then follow it up with your ultimate, you know, and then, you know, you have your smoke bombs and everything. I would suggest not blowing all your cooldowns on the first fight, just because the second wave does spawn immediately. So be aware of that. But do what you got to do. If your teammate goes down, try to keep the last enemy alive before you pick him up, so you don't have to deal with Sukubater coming back. Also, with the second wave, guys, get high ground again. right? And basically kind of rinse and repeat. Try to get at least a critical strike or an assassination on one of the littler guys, and then, you know, put down as much damage as possible. Luckily, I was able to get my explosive arrow and my ultimate back up on the second one, and we were able to just nuke them. But that's going to be it for this one, guys. If you guys enjoyed this video, please be sure to leave a like down below. If it helped you, then I did my job. If you guys want to subscribe, that would be awesome. Please be sure to subscribe. If not, it's all good. We love y'all anyway, man. I hope you guys took something positive away from this, and I hope it helped you and your friend get through this crazy old nightmare story, and you know, do your things, man. I appreciate all your guys' support, all the love. Thank y'all so much, and we'll catch you guys on the next one. Peace.